We opened the business in January of 2020. So imagine that, right in the middle of in the beginning of a pandemic, right? And in the business, I opened up in 2020. I was doing it part-time. I still had my full-time job. And my goal when I did this was to build up the business, enough book of business to where that I was booked out 60 days before I was going to make the decision to make the leap over to full-time. Um, so I did that, and it didn't take too long. In July of 2020 is when I became full-time into Derby City Services, and I had already had my helper in place at that time, and we were working together. And then when I shifted from my previous business to this, it was, hey, I've got 60 days of work ahead of me. And now it's just a matter of doing that work, continue to market myself and network out in the community, and to continue to grow the business. So why COVID, we launched the business right in the middle of a pandemic, but it did not phase us. We were doing duct cleaning. More people were at home. They were realizing that, oh my gosh, look at my house. My caulking and the baseboards are cracking, and this room needs painting. Gosh, we probably need some new faucets in the bathroom. They want to redo their kitchen. They're living and working at home, and they're spending 24 hours a day in this house. And so we were going in and cleaning ductwork. Ductwork jobs would lead into handyman jobs, or sometimes we get handyman jobs, and that would lead into duct cleaning business.
What was your experience as you made not only the leap to just start part time, which is a leap in itself to take on and start another business part time, but also walking through that leap to go full time? If you could kind of explain that. I know there's lots of guys that they don't know, they're just rattling with their own experiences. When do I leave? When do I jump into this? So if you can kind of walk us back and kind of go where you started and how you got to that full time point.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you look back in my career, I've been a salesperson the majority of my career. I've worked in the manufacturing side. Back in 2007 and 2008, when the economy crashed, I left the manufacturing industry and went to work in the automotive industry. I did automotive marketing for franchise automotive dealers in the Midwest. And so I had sales is in my DNA. I love selling. There's a huge passion for it. I love the interaction with customers. I love servicing people. All at the same time, I've had this mechanical aptitude and the ability to repair things. I worked for my dad's company in high school and part of college. So, mechanics and turning a wrench was never a problem for me. It was second nature. And I was always known as the guy who could fix these things. So all of our homes that we've bought, we've redone them. We've torn out walls. We've redone the electric. I've helped my father build a lake house. And it just, I can do it. If I see it, we can get it done. And the stuff that's beyond me, we refer to experts and get those guys to come in and do it. But, if it's patching drywall, it's putting in hardwood floors, it's putting in laminate floors, changing out vanities and sinks and redoing a bathroom, throwing some tile in, you got it. I'm the man. So, over time, it was like, I love doing these things. And I was also passionate about helping people and servicing customers. I found that in the industry I was in, while I loved it very much, I learned a lot. It was cutthroat. You got to be very thick skinned when you're working with automotive dealers. I just wasn't fulfilled in the need of really servicing someone. I found that being in homes, I work in patio home communities now, and being able to service a customer, it made me feel better than what I was doing in the past. Also, the spirit of entrepreneurship is alive with me. So I knew that one day I would go back to opening my own business. And people always ask me, like, well, how did you know when the right time was? Well, I don't know that there ever really is a right time to do it. If you're passionate about it and you're looking to make a commitment, sure, there's some financial things that need to be in place, and sometimes those aren't in place. But I would say that if you feel like you can do it and you want to do it, take a chance, because if you don't take a chance on doing it, then chances are you're gonna be stressed out more about wondering why you didn't do what you wanted to do. So kind of going back a little bit, before I started the business, I went out and was just a handyman, right? So Derby City Services didn't exist before 2020, but I was doing some side work at night for people
Mm.
and finding out if it was really fulfilling my needs, and it was. And I also saw the demand out there, and I really believe that I can make this a business. And I felt I had the right connections. I felt like my professional background from sales, the ability to market myself, the ability to network with realtors, the ability to meet with people and have, sit down conversations, set expectations with people. I had all those tools in my quiver, or all those arrows in my quiver, you might say. And then from that point on, I was like, okay, let's go get the duct cleaning equipment. Let's use that as an extension of the business. Let's use your handyman skills, and let's go. Let's do this thing.
So you started, let's see, January 2020, you were working like in the evenings, weekends, and with the goal of getting what, 60 days booked out?
My
And
goal was
that's
to get 60 days booked out of continuous work
okay.
before I was gonna go full time in it.
Wow. And what was that 60 days like full of? What kind of work was that? And how did you find that originally?
So it was a combination of duct cleaning. It was just doing. I met with some realtors and said, I can do punch list. If it's drywall patching, if it's painting, it's doing trim work. I had an opportunity to meet with a commercial property manager, and they wanted all their HVAC filters changed in one of their facilities, and there was
Mm.
over 120 filters. So we had some flexibility to be able to go in there at night during the pandemic and do the work. So I was working my day job, and then I was going in leaving at 5 o'clock and working until 9:30 or 10 at night with a couple guys. And so we did that for 4 weeks. If you compress it down, it's a job now that
Wow.
we've retained, and we manage that, and we can do it in about a week's time. So
Hmm.
I was doing a lot of things and really just trying to find out my groove, like what do I like doing out here? We change ceiling fans, we'll change out garbage disposals, we'll change out light fixtures. All of those things, I, I'm capable of doing. So now I just started saying, all right, well, let's start just making books of business off of here's what we can do. And therefore I started creating like everybody has a honeydew list, right? So I quickly found out that people in homes have this list of things that they need done, and they just that list gets dusty and it
Hmm.
grows. And I just go down the list with them, and I share with them, hey, here's what I can do. Here's what you need to find somebody else for.
Hmm.
And then we also make it a priority. Like, what do you want to get done now? What do you
Hmm.
want to get done in the next 6 months? And what wouldn't bother you to have done for the next year? And so therefore that all of a sudden just started filling my calendar, because I had
Hmm.
a lot of people that were urgent. I had some people that said, hey, if you can get to me in the next 30 to 45 days, and then 6 months came in. Now all of a sudden I have all these clients that are here. I got to get this done. I got to get these jobs done in the next 30 days. I got 2 to 3 months to do these, and I got 6 months to do those. So
Wow.
um, real estate agents started calling me. I'd ask for referrals. I have my first thing for me. It was important for me to have a really clean, professional website that looked bigger than what we were. Because
Hmm.
my goal is not just to be me on the streets and my helper on the streets. So when I went in to present to realtors, and I went in to present to property managers, I wanted them to go to our website, and I
Hmm.
wanted them to see that they could book appointments with us. And I wanted them to see actual photos of work that we have done. And then I wanted to have, a good book of Google reviews on there. So I wanted
Hmm.
them to show that, hey, we're serious about our business. We're serious about earning your business. And, we got a great, clean, professional website. And, we're professionals as well. We're going to come in clean cut. We're going to come in with nice logoed shirts. We'll have clean trucks, and we'll respect your time. You respect ours. And let's go to business.
That's awesome. So